lovely to meet you. Thank you for being with us today, Mr. Feelgood. Really happy to have you here. An established actor in my lifetime for decades now. You've had a remarkable career, but I really wanted to jump in with what you've been doing recently. I know you've been working with Guy Ritchie, you've been working with Tom Cruise on Mission Impossible, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I can't tell you much about Mission Impossible because I'm sworn to secrecy.
Okay.
But yes, I just finished.
Oh, come on. No, go.
I just finished my second film with Guy, and it's based on a true story. It's called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and it's about a group of saboteurs who are part of something called Special Operations Executive, which were a commando unit that were run by Churchill, essentially, to create guerrilla warfare against the enemy. So yes, that's a really fun, epic World War II drama.
And how was it working with Guy?
Fantastic. It's the second time, and every time is a joy.
And he keeps you on your toes,
Oh, he's fantastic.
He's
fantastic.
Yeah, he's quite an extraordinary
he's
chap. Well, okay, well, we've got these 20 questions that we've
Okay.
designed to sort of get to the heart of the matter. We kind of want to go a bit deeper sometimes, but you can answer them as you wish, as you feel comfortable. Firstly, who are you?
I don't know. That's an existential question. I've been trying to answer that my whole life.
What do you think?
I have no idea. I'm a work in progress, John.
Right, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great.
Now I've asked you that question.
Yeah, I feel
okay.
terrific,
Yeah, you feel good?
Yeah.
Good. Where did you grow up and what was it like?
I grew up in London, and I had a terrific childhood, really. Kind of latch door kid, growing up in the 60s in Kensington and Paddington, moved about a bit. And great fun childhood, yeah.
Good. What excites you?
Being with my family, yeah.
Anything else?
Being in front of the camera, having a fun role to play with wonderful actors and a great director.
And you've been doing this a while, haven't you?
A bit.
But I mean, you've still got your joy for it, which is a really lovely thing.
Oh my gosh, the day I lose the joy for it is the day I should quit, really,
Right.
you know.
So what scares you?
I'm not particularly scared by anything, really, other than dangerous drivers, really. Perhaps that's the only thing that makes me nervous.
What about as you're growing up? Anything?
No, not really. Maybe missing out on key milestones in my daughter's life. But I work very hard to not miss those.
Right, right. Do you have one daughter?
Yes.
Any other kids or not?
No, just the
Okay.
one, yeah.
What is your proudest achievement?
My daughter.
Of course.
Yeah. She's the best production I'll ever do. She's a little over budget,
Uh-huh.
but she's right on schedule. Yeah.
Okay. And what is the hardest thing you've ever had to do?
Well, being a parent, you know, they don't come with instruction manuals.
Right.
So you have to make it up as you go along. But fortunately, I have a terrific wife. Her mother is phenomenal. And so we work very well together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
good teamwork, isn't
Yeah.
it? Who was your greatest mentor and what did they teach you?
My greatest mentor was Al Pacino, who really changed my career path when he encouraged me to go and study at the Lee Strasberg Institute in New York. And so that changed the trajectory of my career.
How did that happen?
Well, I ran into him in a restaurant and he asked me what I was up to, and I said, I'm going up on auditions, and he said, oh, you're drifting.
Ah.
And I sort of, my heart sank because I thought, great, Michael Corleone just called me a drifter. And he said, no, so he tapped my head and he goes, what's that? And I said, it's a muscle. And then he tapped my heart. He said, what's that? And I said, it's not my heart, is it? And he goes, no. He said, they're muscles, Cary. You need to go to the gym and work them out. And so he encouraged me to audition for the Institute, and I did. And I got in and studied with his mentor. It's a guy called Charlie Lawton, not the actor, same name.
Yeah.
And changed my life.
Wow.
Changed my life, changed my whole career, everything.
And so you were already in your career when you...
I'd started already. I'd
Right.
done Princess Bride, but I really
Right.
hadn't done anything meaty
Right.
in terms of a character, you know, and so that really helped me prepare.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's, well, it's not a bad mentor, Mr.
Yeah.
Pacino. Who are your fictional and real life heroes?
Well, my father was my greatest hero, and my grandfather. They were really the important male figures in my life, and my mother and all my grandparents really. But my grandfather and father were the two real figures that helped shape me. They both had wonderful senses of humor, and they were both adventurers. And my grandfather actually worked for the character I play in the Guy Ritchie movie, so it was a kind of kismet getting to play the guy.
So they were just great models to
models.
look up
they
to admire.
They were extremely intelligent, very well read, loved movies. My grandfather was a fencer, so he got me interested in fencing. And so, yeah.
And what about fictional?
Fictional, I like authors and filmmakers. Well, they're not fictional, but fictional. Okay? Napoleon. I like Napoleon. I'm a big, but he's not fiction.
No.
I'm trying to think of fictional characters. I don't really have any fictional characters. I can't think of any.
Okay.
Only real life ones.
Well, real life will...
Fictional ones, it's tough.
Okay, well, from the sublime to the...
Okay.
What is your favorite item of clothing in your wardrobe?
Oh, I don't hang on to things, John. I mean, I really don't. You know, whatever my wife thinks looks nice on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar. And what music did you love age 13, and do you still love it now?
Oh, gosh, yeah. 13. Let's think now. That's dating me back to England. Well, 13 was, 70s for me, so that would have been Supertramp back then. And that evolved in the 80s to Talking Heads.
Okay.
And then in the 90s to Radiohead. So that's sort of been that kind of trajectory.
Oh, that's a great trajectory.
Yeah.
And do you still love it now? Do you still listen to music?
Absolutely.
You do. Obviously, you've been playing jazz all
day.
Yeah, no, it's good. Do you use music as a way to get into your characters? Or?
Well, yes, and also to relax and just to pass the day.
Right. Okay. Okay. What's the most inspiring book you've ever read?
Well, I love all of Marquez. 100 Years is obviously brilliant, but I like No One Writes to the Colonel. Diary of a Shipwrecked Sailor.
Okay.
Julio Cortázar is one of my favorite writers. Yeah.
Okay. What is a movie that left a lasting impression on you?
So many, God, and we don't have time all day.
Give me a top one.
There are so many. Well, the one that really stuck with me as a kid was a film called Papillon.
Oh, God, yes.
With
Dustin Hoffman?
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, I read the book as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Steve McQueen. And the book is great. Henri Charrière.
Yeah.
And Banco is not a bad book, the second one.
Yeah.
That film, I really thought that was a beautifully made film. It was lyrically everything. The score.
Yeah.
By Jerry Goldsmith, who's one of my favorite composers, passed away now, but just brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good one. What is your favorite word or saying?
Hi, Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bye, Dad.
And then what do you want people to say about your funeral?
Gosh, I don't know. Hopefully there'll be people there.
What do you think?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No idea.
Okay, quick fire favorites. Favorite car?
Well, my stepfather had a Jensen FF, which was a pretty nifty car as a kid to get to drive around in. And that it was great, British Racing Green.
Okay.
And it was fast and loud. And so that left a pretty strong impression on me as a kid.
That would.
Yeah.
That and fencing from your father and
my
grandfather. That's quite extraordinary. Sports team? Any favourite sports team?
Oh, Man U, yeah.
Yes,
I know. It's so sad, though.
It's all right. You're talking to a Man U fan. It's all right. It's been a tough time, but
it's been a tough time. You know, when you're a diehard Man U, I mean, I date back. I'm dating myself now. I go way back to when Mr. Best was part of the team.
I saw George Best at Old Trafford.
Did you really?
I did. My father told me that in 1972.
Did you really?
Yes, he did.
How was that?
It was extraordinary. I was 6.5 years old, and I thought, when I lived in Hull, and I thought, I want to see George Best. Yeah. Okay.
Jackie Charlton.
Yeah. Bobby. Yeah.
Bobby. Yeah.
Grooming product.
I like Oribe.
Yeah.
I think that company that J-Lo helped start up, it was her hairdresser, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, clothing label.
Gosh, I love so many. Dolce, Gucci, John Barbados.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything's good? You're feeling good about yourself? You're feeling good about this part of your life?
I'm very blessed. I get to work, as you say, with Tom Cruise again after 30 some odd years.
Amazing.
And I get to do a Mission Impossible, which I've always dreamt of doing.
It's
and he's terrific.
A boyhood dream. Is he amazing? All I hear is great things about him.
Great. Well, first of all, he's a great actor and a massive movie star. But he's the same guy from 30 years ago.
Really?
And he hasn't changed. And yeah.
And Francis Ford Coppola as well. You
Francis, I got to work with some great directors. Yeah.
It's kind of an amazing life you're leading.
Incredible.
All right, bless you.
Thank you, John.
Long may it continue.
Thank you.
So it's a pleasure to have you here for Mr. Feelgood. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.